Konnichiwa, Seigo-san. Please excuse my environment this week as I've created my own personal quest to search for the lost city of Atlantis after being inspired by this week's Quest Atlantis assignment and the news about Google Ocean possibly discovering the real Atlantis off of Africa. So here I am, at the bottom of the ocean. If you're wondering why I'm only wearing goggles, my ninja training allows me to remain submerged for hours at incredible depths. I'm confident that if you train with my clan, you will also develop iron lungs and be immune to the pressures of the deep. Initially, I was very excited about Quest Atlantis after completing the readings, but after being exposed to so many virtual platforms prior to Quest Atlantis, I was a bit frustrated with the simplicity and limitations of the game. However, I did enjoy the educational aspect of Quest Atlantis and the literary journey I undertook. I've never come across a Frankenstein game before. Here are a few pictures of when I first arrived in the town, exploring the area, and then finally meeting Dr. Frankenstein himself. It was hard to believe that having so much fun in sport was going to count as a grade. Designing Kyle was a crazy good time, and I felt empowered creatively and really enjoyed all the options that were available in designing him. And here are some shots of Kyle. He decided to come along with me to search for Atlantis, and he's just enjoying himself in the water. I noticed that you wanted to know what type of educational game I would create, but that doesn't apply to me now that I've relinquished my former life as an educator. However, I hate to disappoint you, so I will roleplay my former character that originally started this class and use all my ninja insight. Let's see. Here we go. Joanna would have actually been thinking about creating several game tutorials for her online class that she was hoping to create this summer. The games would be realistic, simplistic, tutorial-style games. But if money were not an object and she had amazing programming skills, she would totally create the best British literature game ever. She would design an online simulation of England that would focus on the major literary periods that her class covers throughout the year. There would be various realms dependent on time periods, and even though she would create quests for one prominent author for each era, her students would also have to create a quest for an author of their own selection. Let's see. She and her students would design avatars that moved with the ease of Second Life based on the real authors while providing the geographical features comparable to Google Earth. In addition, the graphics would be as phenomenal as WoW. The creativity and design aspect would be as constructive as the Spore, and the educational base would be as sound as Quest Atlantis. Phew! Oh, that was the hardest role-playing I've played in the last 3 weeks. I'm going to return to my search for Atlantis now. Sayonara, Seigo-san.